In Trackmania, one of the biggest accomplishments you can get is to be featured by the creators of the game, Nadeo. There are two main ways you can do this. Either make a map for Track of the Day, in which a community-made map is featured every day, or make a weekly shorts map, where a map pack of 5 short maps is released every week. Both of these have a lot of submissions every week, but for this challenge, I decided to make a weekly shorts map. And to add an extra challenge, I only gave myself 1 hour to do it. There were a few reasons for this decision. One, these maps are usually 2 to 3 times shorter than a normal Track of the Day, which means I have less to work on. 2, scenery for the track isn't as important as the map is very condensed and focused on the route. And 3, I've made lots of weekly shorts maps in the past, and even had one get featured before that was received very well. Each weekly shorts map pack is divided into 3 categories. Map 1 is wide and simple. Map 2 is slow and technical. Map 3 is a puzzle or has multiple routes. Map 4 is fast-paced and wide. And Map 5 is a troll map. I eventually decided on making Map 4 because it is easy to build and allows the player to gather lots of speed. For this map, I wanted it to stand out amongst other people's maps, and the way I planned to do that was by using unique blocks. One of the least used blocks in Trackmania are the wood blocks. These blocks are similar to normal asphalt ones, except they are very responsive and allow for very sharp turns. This allows me to build turns that would not be possible with other surfaces, making my map stand out amongst other mappers. Many weekly shorts maps are also very flat and basic, so I wanted my map to have a lot of elevation changes and feel very dynamic. Because at this point the map was just 2 surfaces, asphalt and wood, I decided to also add patches of penalty grass, which both slows the car down and helps to separate the elements of the map even more. My final addition to the route was a large jump towards a big finish. After that, I tweaked a few more things until I felt satisfied, and then started working the scenery. With about half my time used up at this point, I had the other half to make the scenery for the track. I started by making some basic structures mixed with grass and palm trees, and placed it across the map, and then mixed it with some audience blocks to break up the green color. Finally, I changed the time of day to sunset, added a slight fog, and my time was up. After saving the map, I submitted it to the map review server, where people vote on whether they like the track or not. To have a chance for Nadeo to review my map, I would need the average rating for my track to be at least 4 out of 5 stars. And after my first submission, I received an astounding 4.6 average rating, with 6 5 stars and 4 4 stars, from a total of 10 people. My second submission lowered the rating down to 4.4 stars, but I also had 7 more people rate my track, which is far more important to get reviewed. After my third and fourth submissions, my rating stayed the same, but I also had 11 more votes, increasing the amount to 28. After these submissions, I was busy and stopped submitting the map for a few days. But when I came back, I was met with an interesting message. Reviewed by Nadeo. This one message was what I've been waiting for since the very beginning of this challenge, so I was understandably very excited. I waited until the release of next week's maps, and my map wasn't there. I waited a few more weeks, but my map was still not there, which means it wasn't selected. Even though this outcome may seem disappointing, I still learned a lot of new things that I can use for the next time when I try something similar to this. 1. While unique maps stand out, they are not popular amongst newer players as they are too complicated for them. 2. You shouldn't focus solely on one map, but should instead submit a few different ones each time and see which ones are received better or worse than the other. 3. Even if a map isn't selected, that doesn't necessarily mean that it was bad, but rather that there were better maps available to choose from. Overall, this was a fun experience, and it taught me lots about mapping in Trackmania. I hope you learned something new today, and I'll see you next time.